knows? I haven't added myself. I've added myself now. I'm added now. Good morning, everyone, and fellow travelers on Spaceship Earth. It is I, Guy, who am here to ambient. Or maybe I'm future popping. What am I doing? Let's future pop. That sounds like it's a better one. Well, pop goes the future. Yep. That's that. Well, then that happened. How are we all this morning? How is life out in the world today? Are we all good? Everything running well? Excellent. I am working on this. Pictures from the from yesterday's shoot. I'm going to attempt to cut part of it by using an offset. So let's see, constrain crop. That gives me this, which is markedly nicer as a piece. This one, I just don't think there's much I can do with that one. I had already figured out, obviously, I had a problem with this one, but by the time I got to it, there's that. There's not much you can do. This room is just dark. So we're going to do some work with it to make it not, dark. Like bring up the light in here quite a bit. You don't want to bring up too much because then you will lose some of the detail in this room. Like that, right? Now we're brighter in this room by putting in the exposure. Overexposing it a little bit's not going to hurt me. Overexposing it too much will. But we can bring it to there, and now it looks like a very bright, lovely room. Warm, inviting. I'll tilt it just a little bit to the blue. Although that highlights a stain on the floor. So I'm going to actually tilt it back. That's actually kind of wild. You guys seeing that right here? There's a stain on the floor. Now, probably the odds are good. It's from some animal, but yeah. So we don't want to tilt it too far to the blue. That stain starts to show up. So we're going to move it back over here. We're going to make it just a little warm. You want it warm enough that it feels nice in there and inviting. And same thing for this guy here. Just a little dark, right? So I'm going to bring up the exposure quite a bit. Not a lot. I don't need to as much. I might use my presets here and take a look at what we've got. My tungsten 2500K looks really nice. Pop the exposure a little bit more. There we go. I mean, it's a boring picture. However, in this case, I'm going to flip it to yellow so that it matches the other room. Because this, you want it to look like this room, right? So these look like the same room, right? So we're going to flip this guy here, make sure he's still just a little bit on the yellow side as well, because you want it to all feel like the same room. Pulls it all together, right? Going back into the living room. This one's gotten a little weird on me. I'm going to take a look at my big boy and see what I get from that. That's probably a better run, even though it's yellower. I can spin the temp a little bit to the blue over here and kind of push it over. We're going to take the red and the yellow out of here. The orange. We have to leave some of the orange in because that's what the countertops look like. And for this, I'll save the preset and I'll call it Guy Temp Living Room Kitchen. I'll make it a preset so that I have this for the duration, because like when we shoot this way, let's actually look at it there. That's a much calmer and less startling color. Right? Same thing here. That's just a mess because I don't think you can see this, but I was using HDR for these shots. which is why you're getting ghosts. So this is a wasted picture. In fact, it's so wasted, I'm going to remove it. That's not even worth having it. This guy here, though, we're going to also, we didn't dehaze him or bring his exposure up. Let's bring his exposure up. Go there, and then cut the dehaze in. The dehaze gives us these rich colors, right? Do the same thing here. Bring the exposure up. We'll cut the dehaze in. All right, with that dehazing, things get much cleaner. Now, one thing we do need to do is go into this library here, and we start with the outside pictures and put them first. So I'm going to move them. That's just because we're not in the actual quick collection. There. I'm going to take these pictures in the quick collection and move. Why can't I move them? What's the story? We're in the quick collection, yeah? Or do we need to actually be in the actual... Not there. Oof. Oh yeah, no, that's where we want to be. Can I move them here? Yes, okay, that's how it works. All right. When I hand things to people, I like to give them all of the pictures that are in one unit in the same place. So let's look at the kitchen all as one unit. So we'll go through here, we'll find all the pictures that I took of the kitchen, which there are many, and I'll reorganize them so that they're all in the same spot. And then that way we can make sure that they're all unified in color. Like you. You. Literally just moved you guys. Literally just rearranged stuff. What's going on? Well, this is the morning where things start to make me annoyed. This is a problem I have quite a bit with Lightroom. I need to rearrange them, and I can't remember whether I can only rearrange them in the quick collection. Yeah, that's what it is. Really like that dining room area. So this apartment was staged, which is a wonderful thing. Because legitimately, if you're trying to sell a house, staging a house is very, very useful. Utility room. Now, why do you have all of these different pictures, you may be wondering to yourself? And the answer is because I went back, I did all my normal pictures, and then I went back and second guessed myself, which was nice, you know, always important. very important to second guess yourself at all times. And reshot a whole bunch of rooms because I was like, I'm not sure. Maybe that's the right room. Maybe it's not. I don't know. So, tormenting myself, which, you know, that's a thing we do. I went back and reshot all these rooms. Yeah, well, you know, it's a thing. We'll get there. We'll get there. All I'm doing is putting like with like. Okay, so, and trying to do it in sort of the way of the building. So I walk in, make a left, right, and go to the utility room. There's all the utility room pictures. Right? Then we go into that bathroom that's right next to the utility room. And that's not the master, that's the other bathroom. So we'll make sure all of those pictures are together. There's the kitchen. And there's that second bath. So we want to get all the pictures from that second bathroom, and just determined to keep finding more pictures that belong in the kitchen. Oh, there we go. So, looking for the second bathroom. Second bathroom was hard. It was very, very tight and very tiny. And so it was difficult to get pictures of it. Much easier to get pictures of that front bath, right? So here, and I think I might have only taken 2 pictures. And there's that front room. Looking at that front room. Oh no, here's 2 more pictures of that bath. Here's the set that belongs to it. And now we'll move from that to that room. So let's see if we've got any more shots in that front room. I think we do. Okay, well, in the next room we're going to move into then would be the back through the kitchen and into the dining room. So the dining room would technically be the next one we want to talk about. So that's this guy right through here, but I like the fact that he's connected to the kitchen. So, but it doesn't give you the feel that you've moved into a different room or into a different set of rooms. So moving it along, I'm going to put these guys right here and then the living room. This is all going to be the living room through here. So let's go grab all the pictures of the living room. That's not living room. That's living room. Living room. Living room. Okay. Going back through the living room here with the lights on. Living room. That front room. Went back into that front room. Really shouldn't have, but I did. Now I'm going to make my life miserable. Doing it that way. You belong way up here in the entryway. If she ever wants to use that one, she can. There we go. All right. I spent a lot of extra time in this master because it's pretty and it's really well staged. And so that was actually pretty lovely. That one will come after the living room. And these guys just fit. Nice guy. And I only took 1 picture of that closet. Now we're getting to the point where all the bathroom shots are the same. To go backwards the other direction this way, this also belongs in this bedroom. These should be then. These three are the retakes that I took in the front room, which I didn't like that much because there wasn't that much in there. It still belongs up here with these guys. All of these are these are amenities, so I put them at the end of this. Oh, you need a lot more color, but that's all right. So now that I've put everything in the same spot, like through here is the hallway connecting both things, and this is all the bathroom. Now that they're all in the same spot, hello, Brent. I can go through and just adjust the colors so that all of them match. And that's going to be the big thing, right? I'm going to try to kind of go through here now and match all of these colors. You definitely need something. I mean, you're like, fine. Just needs actually some raised exposure. Some haze to get some contrast in here. Clarity, just in case. I guess I could push the colors just a smidge. Get some down there. How you doing today, Brent? Oh, you are. Would that I were just a smidge younger. Look at that. I would so totally do that. But they're not taking a 51-year-old. Which is a bummer. But would that I were doing this, I actually would have signed it right up. Right? Because, I mean, like this, and I read that, I mean, you know, just on a whim, knowing that obviously the Navy's not going to take me now, but I went and read the description, and it was like, you know, you have to do design work, graphics work, you have to work with the graphics team, and you have to be the person who goes out there and talks to reporters when things go down and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, I totally do all of that. Not only that, I mean, you know, present company accepted. My heart will always be with the Navy. I'm sorry, dude. It's just like, you know, like big ships and airplanes. I can't really just like turn that down. But yeah, I looked at this and I was like, would that I were like 30 years younger. 30 years younger, and I would have taken this job so fast. Joined and gotten an MOS and communications, been fine. Right? Exactly. I want to be in the squid department. Squid department. Department of squids. Just saying. Just saying. Don't make the rules. Squid. Put this in that tungsten so that at least it cuts correctly. I think the funny thing is, I totally like get into the inter-service rivalry with you guys, and I've never joined. I never was in the Navy. but my allegiance is to the Navy. Totally have an allegiance. Absolutely. That's why some of the stupid stuff that I've done in my life just makes me so mad. Aggravated. Let's say, was that you crashing out? What's going on here? Yeah, see, these are all looking fine. I don't think this tells me anything and has my camera in it, which I'm just not liking. So I'm going to remove that photo from my collection. I like showing the tile. This one has not been tended to at all. Running the tungsten filter on it though. I think this tungsten filter though makes it, I don't know, does it match the rest of the room is the question. Right? Because see, all of our colors are way radically different in this room. So whatever we do, we probably should go back to this guy here and decide what we're doing with him. Right? Because this tungsten filter is good, but I want to bring the exposure up more. And bring down the dehaze so that it's sharp, like this. And keep it. And we don't want to go too far on the colors because it's too easy to kind of make that become an issue. There we go. And then I'll move this. This would be more like what I want to save for my tungsten. And then I'll just delete this guy. There we go, because this is the one we want. So we'll take all of these and start with applying this guy to them. We're just going to need more exposure no matter which way we go. And then I'll soften the texture out. Oh, you're a loss. Also feel like that needs to be rotated a smidge. Nothing's lined up in the center of this picture. There's another one of those take the handheld shot, and you're like, okay, I took the handheld, but where did I get for it? I mean, like, really, it's just kind of went weird. And this one also is a handheld. And I'm not sure what the heck I was thinking whenever I did this, but I apparently was thinking something though. Wow, look at all that purple. Where'd the purple come from? Is that like what's happening to that? Got this weird magenta on this. Weird purple. And like you can see it there. I was like, what's going on? Where's this coming from? And there's this magenta weird stuff too. Even a little bit of red in that shadow. And this is another one which is rotated weird. Why is it rotated weird? All right. Yeah, well, straightened it out. There's no set point of which I can see here, except perhaps that door, which would make it feel better. That's a better angle. But it still looks like I've got echoes. I don't know what's going on in this one. Kind of weird. Move to this guy. Hit him with the same. Okay, see, it's pushing a purple. I don't know where that purple's coming from. Heading the other direction, I'm getting a lot of purple bounce. Magenta, purple. In this instance, boy, that made it look really pretty though. Take that purple out, which was weird. Look at that red. And you get a very pretty solid color there. I'll do the same thing here because I need to take the purple and magenta out. Make it stop ringing anyway. The lesson to be learned here is never let the stupid thing run on its own. There's a red car in the parking lot that is not in fact my car, and it's ringing, and that's when you can see that the color has hit a point where the saturation is flat across the top of the histogram, which is this here, where it just like tops out along this top, and then all you get is just this solid kind of low resolution crap, which doesn't look very good. Right. We've got the same thing with this aqua. I'm just going to dull that down a little bit, and maybe even the green come down a little bit. So in this, we're not killing any of the color in that room, because the yellow is just like blatantly rough in here, right? So we're not going to kill any with that green, or that. Okay, I'm going to hit that tungsten. Same thing, because we're going against that, or going with the light. And while going with the light, we've got kind of that purple. Kind of has to we have to get rid of that purple a little bit. Same thing here. Get that tungsten. I'll dump that purple just in case. I don't see that purple on this side, but that's all right. You can It's all right. We were just doing inter-service rivalry. That's all we were doing. So it's all good. Which was fun and totally cool that you're doing work. I too am doing work, and my work is kind of boring, and I know that. Yeah, we're still gonna have to bring that magenta and that purple and that red down here. Problem is, I want to kind of pop the orange a little on this and the yellow because of that, and we may actually want to bring the exposure down just a smidge so you can see more of what's going on here. And this becomes a little bit harder because that door is washing everything out, right? So I'm going to actually keep the highlights there, and maybe not the whites though. The one thing that is ringing back here is the green and the aqua. There we go. See how it's, if you look here, when I turn the aqua up, it does this, where it's got these kind of weird, things. So I'm going to bring the green down and that aqua down just enough that you can still see it's a shadow on the trees, but not so much that it's difficult to read. The problem is, of course, like I said, when you talk about the oranges, there's not a lot in the orange. Talking even about the yellows, there's not a lot in yellows, so I can leave the yellows pumped. Not all the way up, because there's a reflection up here I don't want to deal with. But this at least makes that look gold, and everything looks wonderful there. And it doesn't quite fit here, and that's part of my problem, right? Look at this and how warm that is versus this and how warm that is. So I'm thinking I'm going to pull back on the spin of the hue wheel, which puts that to look more like that. It just looks attached. Now moving from the other direction, this should still fit to have this in here. Right, because now we're moving back through this hallway and into what's going on here? Oops. Yeah, you two should not be here. Because you two are part of this bathroom. That's what the problem is. Now we'll go back to here and develop. We're pretty good with this guy. Pull this exposure back just a smidge. Either way, bring the temperature over just a smidge. And then the reverse on here has an awful lot of that tungsten 2500 Kelvin light crap that I'm dealing with. I hate people who mix lights. That's a ADD thing. I hate mixing lights. Either run your house in tungsten 2500 Kelvin or run it at 6500 Kelvin. But daylight is 6500 Kelvin, so weird purple reflection there back too. Okay, just a closet, looking closety. Yep, you would drive me crazy. I should be able to run tungsten in here. And looking at this, we still get that weird ringing purple. Yeah, my entire office is smart lights. Every last one of them. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 smart lights in here. And they are commandable, as you've seen many times. And it's because I can control the temperature of these lights or the color of them. Like right now, for some reason, this one's still red because this one did not quite get to broadcast mode. Noticing 1, 2, 3 of my lights. As we get kind of along the way, I'm noticing the further we get from purchasing these in 2020, the more we have weirdness. Okay, so looking at this, I want to make sure I'm not getting ring on here. Kind of this red chatter. And this is really orange through this part that we want to kind of make sure still stays live. And the yellow we want to stay live too, but not a lot. We want to promote the orange. We got to be careful with that red, because once we get rid of the red lives back there quite a bit. So once we want to keep the red just enough. And then this is create and call dye temp. We're just going to use this guy real quick to just go through the whole bathroom. All right, we use that, and then I'll put exposure just put it to red. That would be more going the other direction. That orange is a little oppressive, isn't it? Whatever. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm sad that I will be probably leaving this place, because I did start to get set up the way I wanted it. Why are you not straight? Sometimes I'm like, do I know what a straight line is? I guess I don't know what a straight line is. I mean, you're an artist and you don't know a straight line. Like, what's going on, dude? All right, that bathroom's all unified in one color. Workout room. I should probably kill that temp bathroom. No, I'm gonna go do the other bathroom real quick. I'm gonna go do the other bathroom while I've got time. Looking here, yellow, 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 blue, yellow. I'll pull you back a little. This isn't working. I want it to. It just looks stark compared to the next picture, right? Because this picture looks so blue. And part of it maybe is it's just so bright. There we go. If I roll it back just a smidge, it works better. But it does look remarkably dark, like faded. All right. Again, this guy just looks dark compared to everybody else in this room, right? If we start with tungsten and we knock this exposure back just a smidge like so, and we bring the magenta down almost out and the purple down almost out. Let's bring that aqua down so the tips aren't going wild. Bring these colors down. So I'm dulling out the colors because I've brought up the exposure. Right. So I'm trying to get kind of the colors to dull out just a little bit because I've got right. So I think I'm going to call this now my temp bedroom. Okay. And then we're going to judge everything against it, right? So here's the temp master, thus doing that a little bit. And this one, we can bring the orange down and the yellow. And that'll hopefully help this side. But the truth is, this is one where a crop would help us more than anything else. bring the color back in. Find it or grind it. Either way, it looks a little fuzzy. I don't know. So when I have that, I'll drop the texture down, and that'll help that not be so fuzzy. So bringing up the clarity kind of makes it fuzzy, but the texture can come down all the way. This one's probably just going to make that the end. That's fine. Now I'll take that master. That looks good, with the exception of the chatter over here in the bathroom. Kind of got a little artsy fartsy on this one, you know, but it looks nice. Doesn't even think it's green. It's kind of sad, actually. This one, though, is one where more exposure will help. Okay, and here, I mean, the biggest problem we were having was shooting against this wall here, or we were shooting against the door. When you're shooting against this door, it's going to overrun everything we've got going on here. Much clearer. Good morning, Tuan. How are you this morning? I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Thank you. So I am also a real estate photographer. Real estate is when you sell a house or buy a house. So when someone wants to sell their house, you get a realtor, and that's the person who sells the house for you. The realtor then hires a photographer, me, and then I go take pictures of everything. Let's see if Google's helpful. Maybe not. The house is lovely. The house is staged. To stage a house means to have a professional come in and put all the right furniture in so that it looks perfect. It's called a staged house. And this house is staged. Yeah, see, these look richer. I think this is a better. Yeah, we're getting a little bit more. Oh, good. I'm very proud of Google for being good at Vietnamese. That cracks me up. Hey, George. Is it George visit time? Is it George visit time? Yeah? It is good. Good to visit with you. If you want to come up here, I'll give you scritches. See, every one of these is slightly different. There you go. Now, theoretically, it's George break time. Oh, no, George wishes to have water. And the water he wishes to have is from the AC unit. Weirdest cat. Let's see if I can get George to come over. Yes. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here, weirdo. Let me give you scratches. Come here. Give me up. Give me up. Give me up. No, come here. Come here. Give me up. Here. Here. Look here, pest. I'm not going to do this forever. Okay. You don't want scritches this morning. You want to play. I don't want to play. I got work to do. All right. Okay, let's pick a color for our living room. Or pick a set for our living room, right? The bathroom one, no. This living room kitchen is brutally weirdly colored. The master, though, looks like it's pretty close. Let's start there. I like the high exposure. See how it's rich? I'm kind of bringing up the color a little on this. What can I do? How far can we go with the oranges before things get kind of weird? Probably not that much. This is going to have the same problem that we had with the master. Let's make sure the green's not green. See how much green's back there? Bring it down. There's a lot of blue under there too. That aqua. Make sure nothing's ringing really. All right, so we're going to save this as our preset here. The reason is because we want them all to look relatively the same, with only a change in exposure levels here. Right? It's really hard shooting into this area because it's so dark. And then again, shooting straight against that window is really hard. Good morning, Pepper.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
A little tired.
Yeah.
Hey, Brent. Are you working on the pictures from yesterday?
Yep. Cleaning up my pictures so that they're ready to go. Just trying to get all this like weird coloring out of it.
Gotcha.
They want the lights to be bright, and that's cool. And so they want the room to be bright, but then I've got a lot of tungsten lights combined with bright light coming in the window, and so it's blue to the left and yellow directly behind me. I'm like, Mer.
Gotcha. Nice meeting
And I
you.
knew it when I shot them. I was like, ugh, it's gonna be ugly. What'd you say?
Someone said nice to meet you.
Oh, Chuan. Yes. This is the first time you've met Chuan.
You think so?
Yeah. Chuan's in Vietnam.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool.
Because that's always the first thing that I want to know. Like, where are you calling in from? Because I love it when people are calling in from all over the world. I think that's so cool.
Yeah.
I want to travel more. I'm not traveling as much as I want.
Mm.
Kind of makes me grumpy.
Well, I am not sure. There's I am getting
It's Fort Collins. It's not Wicked West.
same people that do Wicked West.
Yeah. I mean, it's a non or it's a completely understandable error.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure it's corrected. That's all.
There's really not much for me to prepare for. Like, I'm taking everything that I was taking. I was gonna take anything that I had from Wicked West with me. I have nothing new. I just need to.
Some more cards.
Yeah. That's pretty much it, yeah. So I know Brent knows about it since it's my first time meeting Tuan.
Chuan. Mm-hmm. I'm putting a sort of a CH in the very beginning there, but I'm not sure whether that's correct or not. My Vietnamese is not very good.
So I have a deck of cards for all intents and purposes that I since I've made them. I'm basically they're oracle cards, I guess, so to speak. I did them in watercolors and everything
They're very pretty.
and I produced them back in April. So I'm just gonna, I'm just taking those with me mainly. Downside of getting sick earlier this year. Anyway, I had to tear up what I was working on yesterday because it just was not coming out right, and I was not about to erase it all. So I tore it up instead.
It sounds dramatic.
I mean, when is being an artist simple?
Not dramatic? Yeah, I guess that's kind of a point. We are kind of dramatic folk by nature.
Yeah. So I've been working on this slowly too. It's a corgi pencil holder.
I like it.
But when it was sent to me, whoever was carrying it to my front door like literally smashed it into a billion pieces, and this was a present from someone. So I'm like slowly trying to make sure that I can put it back together.
Aww.
Unfortunately, it's like I may end up having to get that type of clay for fixing it Japanese style, or
Yep.
where you put it
Kigutsuroi.
over and then you,
Kigutsuri.
huh?
Kigutsuri.
Yeah,
With gold. Inlay it with gold.
yeah, and lay it with gold. Um, that's what the person who sent me suggested, to do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't something that like I just thought up of doing. Like I was like, oh no. She was like, oh no, this is what you should do. That's totally
I
right
agree.
up your alley. And I was like, you sure it's up my alley? Like, but yeah. So I'm slowly but surely getting it glued back together. All that fun stuff. Um, anyhow, I hope everyone else is doing okay.
So far. I mean, I've never had a realtor before that wanted all 100 of my pictures. So I'm having sort of a little bit of a issue's not the right word, just a little bit of a wow, this is harder than it looks sort of thing, you know.
Okay.
And just other than that, I mean, it's nothing weird or out of the ordinary.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just like, I mean, it's kind of like Brent there, just, you know, doing my thing. You know, like I said, problem is that this dining room really desperately needs a little chandelier or lamp or something over here. Boy, it's just like dark as all get out over here. And the contrast between this little dining area and the living room is so dramatic. Because the living room area is like full of sunlight and bright, and it's super big and I don't know who you're talking to there, Brent. There we go. Those all look unified now. Those all look unified. Looking at everybody here, they all look relatively
I think
okay.
he may be talking to you because you're the one dealing with photos.
I have a photo book for the others. Maybe.
You're not totally ready. Right. Got all the annoying notification stuff off my phone. Hmm.
Yeah.
What's up?
Took a picture of nothing useful. I was chuckling at the picture that I took, which completely useless. What are you doing?
Ripping paper
Okay.
out of a notebook.
Not dark. Nope.
I'm kind of stuck on this script that I started writing when I was not feeling well.
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying to create a different approach so that some type of movement on a project can be done.
Cool.
Because, I don't have enough comics to get done, right?
Right. It's like we were talking the other day, my friends and I were, about Zorro is now in the public domain. Like most of Zorro is in the public domain.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of always wanted to do a story about the daughter of Zorro. And now that it's public domain, I totally could.
I thought they already did like a story about her.
Nah, maybe. I have a different idea. Really, honestly, my dad was a major Zorro fan, and so I was going to write it for him. Now I'd have to write it for him posthumously, but it's still
Mm.
there. I think everything looks relatively okay. Probably should hit this with that big boy.
Was it a condo?
Was it what?
It looks like an apartment building or a condo that you're.
Oh yeah, it was an apartment. So I'm just trying to get the good side of this apartment. It's kind of got these, I don't know, whatever you want to call them, turret sort of things, turret-esque things with these bay windows. So I'm just
Gotcha.
popping over with a kind of the color on that. Oh yeah. No, I'm going to keep going with Bellatrix Rising for as long as I possibly can. All right, let's go back to the library and select everything for weirdness reasons. And then I will say export. Should be set. Last preset. Good job. Da-da-da. Of course, it's not. Okay. Export. That's it. Please export the whole thing. There we go. Good. I will now be slow. Doing that.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, picture day is tomorrow.
Picture day? You have another picture day?
For school. Well, no.
Oh.
The kiddo has picture day.
So it's time to send him to school with some weird, goofy outfit. Got it. Right? That's what picture day means?
Yeah. Some kind of weird thing. Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to hit Thursday.
That, you know.
It's 7 to 8 tomorrow. I have a meeting
See you in a bit.
At night for the. Is that to me or to?
Oh, where are you traveling
See you in
to,
a bit, Brent? We're still exploring pictures. Oh.
Where's he traveling to?
I think you're going to lunch.
I know I won't be on tomorrow, that's for sure. I have a doctor's appointment first thing in the morning, and then I have a meeting with our caseworker at 10. I won't be on. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Alright.
See, is checking out on this one. Exports are just killing it.
Okie dokie. I think your computer is making it choppy for well.
Yeah, I am processing all the pictures. It
Gotcha.
makes my PC very slow.
Whoa.
He wait.
Huh?
Google is my friend. Like, I'm so cool because I speak all these languages, but I don't.
Gotcha.
The way that looks language at some point in time, which would make some sense. It would be Proto-Chinese of some sort. The original Mongolian language would have been its root. How are we doing, Lightroom? 44% down. Wow.
Hmm? What?
Just the noise it makes is rather impressively weird.
I disconnected the mic, so you shouldn't have heard it very loud.
Oh, well, that was weird because we definitely heard it, which was kind of strange. All right. Or did I already put on the big drive? Okay. Originals. We're gonna all of these up here. There we go. Now I'm really bogging my PC. Well. I'll do is go over here for a minute or two. Work on things that you work on. All right. What was that?
Okay.
Yep, that was the thing.
Well, I looked up circus music or carnival sheet music is what I was doing. And I got the musical Carnival. And then I realized I can't use the musical notes, essentially, but I'm not putting them in the arrangement. I'm just showing like music's playing,
Right.
but I'm using the notes. But then I found the traditional circus song, and I'm looking at it, and I was like, I think I should just go back to the generic musical notes.
There you go. Stole all of my dad's T-squares. A certain amount of happiness that I have. Except for this T-square waffles. Man, I stole all my dad's T-squares and they wobble. Can't use T-square, I'll use triangle. So it works. Yeah. Cool. All right. Now let's see where the heck I hid these from myself, because sometimes I just put them random places apparently. 1, 2, 1, 8 through cross. So because it's in the right place. Oh, it's over on the wrong drive though. Be aware, Pepper, I can't see the screen at the moment, so...
You can't see the screen?
Yeah, I'm over at my other workstation, so I can't see what's going on in the main screen. So if somebody says something, in other words, I won't be able to hear it. Or see it.
Well, I know Tuan just said goodnight.
Good night.
So...
That's what I was just thinking.
And Brent's back.
Bedtime for them, so... I gotta say, it's done for that. There's so many projects going on back and forth right now. I'm working on so many things at the same time. I wouldn't stand a chance without you at all.
Nothing's creepier than, drawing a haunted house in a comic that just appears out of nowhere.
Comic or the house?
The house in the comic. The story is from the universe of the Treehouse Witch.
Uh-huh.
Um, I got the inspiration from therapy.
Oh, yeah.
So to see the rough parts. I don't know if you. I know that you can't see the screen, guy, but that's what I have so far.
Nice. I mean, I'm saying nice because I'm.
Essentially, I have like page 1, establishing the time and story setting, music notes around the panels, and it's night on an abandoned street area and a full moon that looks big, and I have no reason of why a house is all of a sudden there, but it's going to be used as a haunted house and part of a carnival. So I have to make a reason for this house to be there all of a sudden.
Right.
I never really wrote that in, so
So here we are. So
Yeah.
that's what we got here.
Yeah. The
No,
main character of this story is a lunar witch, people. She gets her power from the moon.
What? Hey,
I'll be right back.
yo.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Read time. My attempts to not be confusing. We're almost done for the day, guys. Alrighty. Lost in the fog. Fog lost. Hi, Mute Midori. Welcome back, Brent.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I had my head down.
And your thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
It's important, man.
No, if it wasn't for...
Okay, are all of them up here? These all look like they're here. Everybody looks like they're uploaded down this side. All looks good. All right. How are you doing out there, Mute Midori? All right. I feel very productive today.
Good.
What about you? Do you feel productive?
I'll have to get back to you on that.
Right. So at 8 this morning, I got the last chance to back this Kickstarter, and then at 11, I got last chance to back this Kickstarter, and I'm like, "You're working on an anime opening. Does that mean you're productive too this morning? Good job." Like that's what we're hoping for here.
Mm-hmm.
Last thing for today, I want to run over just a little bit because I just got a request from. Going ahead and just close this guy down. Back up, and then I'll close it down. I just got a request from Nate to add one thing to the video. So let's load that video up and fix it really quickly. It's loading. I've asked a lot of my machine this morning. For is which may not be here. They may be out on shared drive. This. apply? I don't even know if I can do overlay controls. Never tried before. Yeah, check it. There's a blend mode. Check it. That's useful. Split too big. That's close. Not that close. All right. I'll roll this guy out. He just wants this really quickly. Not like we didn't just do something very similar to this already. Roll one. Now back to you guys. While my PC chugs this one out. All right.
Don't know if you can actually see it, but there you go.
Oh yeah, no, we can see it. It's pretty good. I like that. That's awesome. All right. Well, I kind of feel like I might be done with things. It's going to take 20 minutes for this thing to render this thing out, so not much I can do at this point. So I'm just going to have to like let it do its thing and I don't know, go to sleep or something. Find something to read a book or something. I don't know. I'll find something to do. So I'm going to go on ahead and shut the stream down because there's no point in me just sitting here staring at the wall waiting for, this to finish.
All right. Well, fine.
Yeah. It's like,
I'll just,
go cry.
be here.
Cry. You have to go cry. It has to be a cry.
I'll be crying.
Okay, guys. I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for being here, Midori. And Chuan, of course, was here. And we had Brent. And that looks like that's pretty much who we had here today. So I appreciate all of you guys being here tonight or today, depending on what part of the world you're in. And I will see you again this evening on the night stream. And until then, as always, keep your eyes on the stars. Goodbye.